You know, inside you, at this very moment, a pair of organs is performing what is essentially a silent, life-sustaining miracle. They are body's master chemists, filtering and protecting you every single second of every day. But what if the very first thing you do each morning is actually slowly undermining all their hard work? See, kidney damage rarely, if ever, announces itself. There's no sudden pain, no alarm bell that goes off. Instead, it begins quietly, and it often starts with the seemingly harmless choices we make right after we wake up, specifically what we decide to put on our breakfast plate. And here's a fact that's, well, it's pretty sobering. By the time any symptoms actually show up, a lot of people have already lost up to half of their kidney function. The clock is ticking long before we can even hear it. And that's exactly why understanding what's going on is so incredibly crucial.
Now, this isn't about some single catastrophic event. It's the slow, steady result of thousands of mornings, where each breakfast contributes just a tiny, almost indetectable amount of stress to these vital organs.
So the real threat here isn't one bad meal. It's the cumulative effect, right? It's all these small, repeated biochemical stressors that are hidden inside foods we often think of as healthy, and they're just quietly working against your body's most critical filtration system. So let's pull back the curtain on our typical breakfast habits. What exactly are these invisible stressors? And how are they silently operating inside our bodies, first thing in the morning? Okay, first up is something called phosphorus overload. When your kidneys can't filter at their full capacity, this mineral starts to build up. And when it does, it silently starts pulling calcium right out of your bones and begins to harden your blood vessels. This whole process directly increases your long-term risk of a heart attack or a stroke. Let's take the case of Daniel, a 61-year-old patient. His breakfast looked pretty healthy, right? Multigrain toast with some sharp cheddar. But that aged cheese was delivering a pretty significant phosphorus load day after day. Just swapping it for plain cream cheese, which has dramatically lower phosphorus and sodium, is a simple strategic change that reduces that mineral stress right away. The second stressor, it's a glucose spike. A really rapid surge in blood sugar sets off this chain reaction. Your body releases insulin, which in turn affects how you retain sodium. That elevated sodium increases blood pressure, and that high pressure directly injures the kidney's tiny microscopic filters, the glomeruli. You know, think about another patient, Linda. She avoided junk food, but her daily white toast, which has almost no fiber, was causing these damaging spikes over and over again. It basically converts to sugar almost instantly in the bloodstream. But a simple swap, well, that can completely change this whole damaging rhythm. So understanding these stressors is the first step, but the next, and honestly the most important one, is knowing how to counteract them. And the good news is, this doesn't require some extreme, miserable diet. It's really about 4 simple strategic swaps that act as powerful shields for your kidneys. Let's start with something absolutely fundamental, hydration. It isn't optional for your kidneys. It's the actual mechanical force that allows them to filter waste. And believe it or not, one of the most efficient ways to hydrate is with watermelon. Watermelon offers this incredible dual action benefit. At 92% water, it provides the essential fluid your kidneys need to ease the strain of filtration. But it also delivers lycopene, which is a potent antioxidant that directly protects kidney cells from what's called oxidative stress. So you're getting hydration and cellular defense all in one. All right, now let's get back to those glucose spikes. The strategic swap for that white toast is 100% whole rye bread. The goal here isn't to eliminate carbs. It's to control the speed at which they enter your bloodstream. You need to just picture this plate. You have a slice of that whole rye bread with a thin spread of plain cream cheese, maybe a small portion of baked salmon, and a measured cup of watermelon on the side. In that one meal, you are hydrating, stabilizing your glucose, controlling your minerals, and reducing inflammation, all at once. And this right here is the high fiber content in a true whole rye bread acts like a metabolic shield. It literally slows down glucose absorption, which prevents those sharp, damaging spikes. And that reduces the stress on the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys over time. Just remember to check the label. It really has to say 100% whole rye to work. Next, let's tackle a really common point of confusion, protein. So many people with kidney concerns are told to just avoid it. But the goal isn't elimination, it's intelligent selection. It's all about choosing the right kind of protein in the right amount. What makes something like salmon so strategic is its high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids. These are powerful anti-inflammatories, and chronic inflammation is a key driver of kidney damage. But here's the most critical link of all. The number one killer of people with kidney disease is actually heart disease. Salmon's ability to support vascular health, well, it addresses both problems at the same time. So how does this all come together on a plate? Let's assemble all these individual elements into a single, cohesive strategy for a truly kidney protective morning. I want you to just picture this. The single most important takeaway. This isn't about being on a restrictive diet. It's about having a metabolic strategy. Kidneys don't fail because of one bad meal. They decline from years and years of these small, repeated overloads. True long-term protection, that's built through consistency. As we wrap this up, I want you to just take a moment and remember the quiet, constant work your kidneys are doing for you. Right now, in this very moment. They filter your blood, they balance your fluids, and they protect your heart. And they don't complain. They don't send up loud warning signs until significant and often irreversible damage has already been done. But here's the good news. It's not too late. Protecting your kidneys is about progress, not perfection. The body has this incredible capacity to stabilize itself once you remove the stress and give it the right support. The real power is in your daily decisions. Your health is built one choice at a time, and it can start tomorrow morning. As we've seen today, your kidneys are working for you 24/7, so the only question left to ask is, what will you do for them?